Yeah, I have my resources pulled up.
It's a prophecy, not a poem. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chicago by Night, Episode 6 The Sacrifice, our Vampire the Masquerade V5 Chronicle. I'm your storyteller, Quinn Sullivan, and joining me this evening, as with every Monday evening, are our fledgling coterie, and we'll start from the top down, beginning with Lamar.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lamar. I'm playing Matthias, the Malkavian preacher.
And Dana.
Hi, everybody. I am Dana playing Keller, and they are of Clan La Sombra.
And Vaughn.
Hi everyone, I'm Vaughn. I'm playing Nathan, who is a Tremere.
And before we begin tonight's stream and show, this show and every show on Soul Bear RPG and every stream is brought to you by So Nerdwear. So Nerdwear, it's what the nerds wear. Click on the banner below and use discount code SoulBear for 10% off of every order. Now
Buy the merch.
Buy the merch.
The show has merch.
We do have merch.
The show has merch.
This channel has merch.
This channel has merch.
All of the above.
And before we begin, do we have any questions, comments, or concerns?
We're always concerned.
Oh, so many concerns.
I'm just in a constant state of concern. It's fine.
Let us begin. Last we left off, a La Sombra war hero and a Sabbat elder staked and driven back to the Lincoln Hotel, the haven of our coterie, within their up-and-coming domain. You brought them Magister known as Malenkov to relative safety. With the fate of the La Sombra as it pertains to Chicago looming into the coming night as you all rise from your slumber, you may all roll me a rouse check. Everybody is good, except for Matthias.
I do need a rouse to heal, though.
Matthias is very hungry. He's at 4 now.
You really need to slick that. Very, very much so. Vaughn, did you roll your extra 3 rouse checks?
I only got 1 dot hungrier.
1 dot hungrier. You may mark 1 aggravated damage off. To eat, I need Vitae, preacher, feed us, eat us. Just a little taste. Of the Crusader. Malenkov.
Yeah? Oh, man. Is that... I know killing one is uncouth, but just drinking from them, is that also frowned upon?
Yes.
But man, that's... No, Matthias would try to fight that.
Okay.
Let's try to fight that. He hasn't drank from the other one. Why start now?
But you all have risen, and your blood getting hungrier or not? Your beast unquenched. You know that you are to meet and bring Malenkov to the Labag Wood at 10 p.m. to decide the La Sombra's fate. Before that, what do you do?
Blush of life, for one.
Gonna
I will
skip
do
that
the
for right
same.
now. Nope.
I'm good for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna go knock on Keller's door.
What?
You good?
Besides the staked body sitting in the corner of my room, yeah, I'm perfectly fine. I open the door.
Evening.
We have some people to talk to, don't we?
Yep.
And by we, I mean you.
Yeah. I don't know what Annabelle's position's going to be.
Annabelle isn't happy.
No, I'd imagine they're not.
I mean, I can try to talk to her, but I tried to talk to her last night and she wasn't very receptive, but she, lived through all that and it didn't really sit well with her. So I guess
I
that's
think Annabelle was being slightly possessive, though, in that instance.
about me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe earlier, but no, when Sierra said what she did, Annabelle was angry and upset.
Well, we'll find out tonight.
But pretty sure we left our car at the Succubus Club.
Yeah. Which,
I mean, I can go get it. We have time, because taking him in a taxi is probably not the best idea. Not again.
no, we need to do this our way, so...
So I can go get it. Just...
Do you want me to go with you?
I would rather have two of you on him than one person on me, than two people on me, so...
Okay.
By the way,
Um,
Nathan, Viking Daddy is sort of closely observing Malenkov. Just sort of like trying to piece something together. He's hunched
Okay.
over and he's like looking at him.
My eyes kind of drift over, but then go focus back
Yeah.
on Keller.
And Malenkov's eyes are just completely dead. It's almost creepy how he's just staring at you. Yeah.
But yeah, let me check on Matthias, and then I'll go get the car, and then we'll head over.
Or I'll watch our friend here.
He hasn't moved since I got up. I think we're okay for now.
Good.
But keep all the lights on just in case.
Oh, yeah, you are. You know it.
Not that helps, as we learned last night, but it helps some. But
Better than nothing.
Let me check on the preacher.
All right.
I'll go over to Matthias's door and knock.
Good morning.
You good?
Hungry.
You know how to fix that.
I clearly don't. As Matthias goes to open the door. By the way, how is his little roommate doing?
Still in torpor.
Okay.
About offer you.
I'm pretty much at the edge.
Do you need me to go get somebody? I have to go get the car, but do you want me to go talk to somebody, have them come see you?
I'm just gonna.
Jason's probably out of it still. I don't know if you should rush Jason right now.
No. I'll contact somebody, or hopefully I can wait till I get to.
Matthias, you have a 2-dot herd that you could feed from.
Oh fuck yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want me to go get somebody, or
Yeah,
you gonna
go
text somebody?
Can you, when you go up, if you see anybody, any of the believers, can you just send them down to me, please?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
And if I can't, just text somebody, dude. You look like shit.
I feel like shit, but how are you doing today?
I'm trying not to think about it. I want it to be over and done with.
Understandable. I won't press any further, but I'll be here if you need me. Have you seen young Nathan?
He's in my room. He's watching Malenkov. I have to go get the car. I'd rather
Yeah.
have the two of you here than just one of us in case something happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. Let me go see if I can find someone and I'll send them down to you.
Thank you very much.
While that conversation was playing out, Nathan, your otherworldly Mala is sort of staring hunched over into the eyes of Malenkov. Whether Malenkov could see him or he could see Malenkov, that is only between the two of them. But you do hear that voice that's guided you in a very crude manner through these nights. Say, he wants to talk.
Tough shit.
Could be interesting what he has to say.
Well, I'm not unstaking him
Why not?
because he's a fucking Sabbat elder.
Who's on his last and dying ropes, man?
I can't risk it, dude. I'd have to deliver him to the prince.
Fair enough. We could burn him right here and there. I don't give a shit.
What does he? Wait, can you talk to? How do you know he wants to talk? Can you communicate?
No, it's in the eyes. Those dead eyes. I can't communicate to him. It's not how it works. But, no. How are you going to convince your regent? That's all I was curious about. What are you gonna...
Attempt to appeal to logic, and I don't know exactly what his past is with the Sombra, but I'm going to use history and hopefully just... I mean, it's kind of dumb if we don't let them in, don't you think?
No.
One of the most...
No, it's dumb if we do.
It's kind of fucked either way. The Camarilla's lost 2 other clans. The physical ones, mind you. And we got the shadow fucking weavers banging on our door, with Jackson already having contingency plans to keep them in check.
It's actually a good... That was impressive. I wasn't sure about your whole Prince deal, but that was pure genius. Political move. Win the venture, you win the domain.
Yep. What's your opinion on the Shadow Weavers?
They didn't get with the program 1,000 years ago. I doubt they're here with the program now. We were the ones who built the Camarilla, not the Ventrue. Us. And they just didn't trust us because, we earned our place here? Fuck them. But mortal enemies ever since.
Yes, usurper. That fucking word every time.
It's an insult.
I know. I can tell. They all act like they don't fucking take power when they can.
Yeah. Power belongs to those who take it. But back to your regent. You are right. The tower needs fighters, needs warriors, needs soldiers. I don't know if I would have picked the Magisters here. But I am reminded of 2 Roman houses, bitter enemies, during the highest parts of Rome when they thought they were impenetrable and that the empire could never fall.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with Gaius and Octavian? The houses, not the people.
Can I roll? Because Spawn does not remember.
Yes. Go ahead. It is intelligence and academics.
Does my specialty in ancient history apply?
Yes, it's the Roman Empire, so yeah.
I figured, but I thought I'd ask. 3.
3. They were, they were rivals, pretty much. They even got really bloody towards one another. There was a civil war a bit, throughout their histories. Alright, so you do know it. But what always interested me was, what did they have in common?
Survival, for one.
You're close. They had the enemies of Rome in common. Offer them a bigger threat. What is united Anarch and Camarilla here? What could convince a Tremere to allow the La Sombra in, that is looming over every kindred's head?
The Sabbat? I'm not too sure what they're referring to.
The Lupines.
You're right.
Barbarians are at the gates. Like Rome, they had barbarians. And then in Chicago, they have the werewolves. The Garu.
That is a very good point. And I will use that now. Thank you.
Well, it is in my best interest to see you succeed.
You are kind of along for the ride, I suppose.
Kinda. A little bit.
I hope you found your spectators seat at least in somewhat entertaining through all of this.
It's been more dangerous than you've known.
How? Nothing can see you or touch you.
Fair enough. Like I said, it's been more dangerous than you've known. Strange nights these.
I suppose.
For Matthias, we will begin slaking your hunger. And we are going to just do this ease of use. So you need to do, as you are at 4 hunger though, you do need to roll me a frenzy check.
God damn it, roll 20. What is frenzy?
Frenzy is a third of your humanity rounded down, plus your willpower, I believe.
All of my willpower?
Yes.
Okay.
If I'm remembering that off the top of my head correctly.
Humanity, okay, so third. So 2, okay. That's not bad.
Rounded down.
Yep. That is 3.
You may have lost that.
Oh, god damn it.
This is why you don't wait till hunger 4. You just passed.
Oh. My heart was getting thin as it was.
All right.
So I'll go down to 1. I want to kill this person. And then I'll use cloud memory so they forget what happened.
And you get a phone call as you finish up feeding. Your phone begins to vibrate.
I'll send that person off and open open. Hello?
Hey, it's me.
Hello. How can I help?
You got him? Malenkov?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Bog Woods, 10 p.m. The prince is bringing Zero.
We'll be there.
Wits plus insight.
1, 2, 3. Insight is another additional 3. That's not. You're a witty, insightful person, Matthias. Not too witty, insightful. 4.
That's what you needed. It is Damien over the phone, using one of the burners. And he does appear, with his tone, to be hiding some sort of agenda. Before you can ask, he hangs up the phone, and that burner is gone.
Matthias will take this information. He will cover up his friend. Tell him I'll be back. Be safe. And then he'll go to Keller's door, knock on it.
Hey,
Well, hello, young Nathan. How are you doing today?
keeping our friend company.
Hopefully nothing exciting has happened.
Nope, and I intend to keep it that way.
Smart. You've always been very smart. May I come in?
Yeah, I open the door.
Cool. We've been instructed by Damien to bring him to a location that Lamar forgot because he barely heard what you said.
I like the I like the place up.
Yeah. 10 p.m.
Keller's going to get the car from the Succubus Club.
Smart.
We'll just wrap this guy up in, I guess, the bed sheets.
Guess so.
Doing okay?
I was dangerously hungry a little earlier, but I'm okay now.
Good.
I did. Never mind. It's the same political stuff as always.
What?
I might be reading something into it, but Damon seemed to be not his level.
He was particularly agitated last night for a reason we do not know.
And I believe they are they are still agitated to this very day.
What the hell happened in there?
Doesn't look good if a bunch of fledglings found what the Hound and the Sheriff couldn't. At least that's what I'm hoping it is.
It was our assignment.
I'm sure we weren't the only ones assigned.
Fair. But I'm glad we are the ones who did it, I guess. This will help us long term.
Yes. I'm sure it will.
Oh God, I hope they. The world will be a better place after tonight. I look at Malenkov.
Oh man, Matthias kind of looks at Melenkov. Can he still hear us?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
If he's in deep torpor, he's out, right?
No, he is just in torpor. No.
Oh, okay.
If you are staked like that, you have full retention.
Oh, I thought I corrosive acided him into the deep torpor.
Oh yeah, then he is out.
Yep.
Okay.
Because I
Well,
vomited acid blood on him.
Yep.
um, I know this is not something that you and Keller particularly take fancy with, but if you would just indulge me, I think I'm going to read him his last rites. Matthias opens up his little travel Bible and begins to read.
I don't even know if he was a Christian, Matthias.
To be honest, Nathan, I don't think it really matters anymore.
Fair. One last kindness for the monster, then.
Intelligence plus occult.
Okay.
Both of us, or just...
Yeah, actually, both of you. It would make sense for both of you.
Oh, Matthias is a dumbass. Oh my god, okay.
And this is my literal best roll, so.
I got two.
Two.
That's... Yeah, that's more than I thought he was going to get.
Shit. Come back, dice. 4.
4. Okay. Nathan, a magister like this was probably a nodist believer as he was waging war against the anti-Illuvians. That was his faith, kindred religion.
Like worship of Cain himself, right?
Hmm.
Actually, I'm pretty sure he would be noticed.
Good. Anyway, Matthias puts his hand up and starts to recite.
Okay. You get a knock on your door from one of your herd. Or actually, no, we won't give that to you. Keller, on the way back, you're able to go to the Succubus Club, no problem. You hear from the staff there that both Portia and Annabelle are not there at the moment, that they're making their way, having a nice stroll through the park. The two of them seem to be having some sort of date night. You know what it is, though. And on your way back there, you do see a new but familiar face standing in front of the Lincoln Hotel, the borders of your domain. It is Mal Davis, the anarch that you previously met earlier with Anita and Genghis. And it is just her. Looks over, sees you, gives you a nod, sees you, and acknowledges you. Hasn't entered into your domain yet, hasn't entered into your hotel yet, but she is there. She is just waiting.
I pull the car around front, hop out, lock it, and I'll go over to her. Can I help you with something?
Like your car.
Thanks, it's Rich Boys. What can I do for you?
Well, first, I would like to announce myself to your domain. That is what camis tend to do, right?
Technically, yes.
Well, am I welcome?
I suppose that depends on what you're here for. We're on a bit of a time crunch, so if you can speed it up just a bit.
I know. That's what I'm here for. Your time crunch. I know he's down there. I guess what I'm asking, Killer, and I am asking, is that I want to make you an offer. A lick like that is just too good an opportunity for our little movement to pass up. To let go off into some sort of ritual execution to be allowed entry of one clan into feudalism.
What are you offering?
A place in our movement. You, your coterie. Turn Jackson aside and we'll let you in. Give you in our ranks. All the protections included too. And I won't lie to you. There will be sacrifices. You will lose some protections, but you will gain something more. All you have to do is hand Melancholy over to us.
You want me to trade one cage for a net?
You will soon find that we're all tied to something.
Unfortunately, Mal, deal's not sweet enough. Got a lot more riding on this than you can even imagine.
Well,
Personally and colloquially.
we could give you the glory pit where you found him. You can make good money doing that. Run it your way. Make sure it's safe for people who work there.
I don't know, I don't know if you've been down there, it's kind of fucked.
Why don't you talk it over with your coterie? Do you mind if I wait in your lobby in the meantime?
Why not? Yeah, I'll bring it up to them. I'm gonna be honest with you, though. Pretty sure their answers are going to echo mine. And also, the people in this building are off limits.
Fair enough. Your domain, your
Outside,
herd.
fine, but inside,
Do I have freedom to hunt over all the way to your campus then?
as long as you're gentle. My coterie mates are particularly fond of them and don't wish any harm on them.
I don't wish harm on anyone, for the most part. I could think of a few blue bloods I'd like harm on, though.
Right. Alright, let me go bug the boys.
Will do.
I will just go straight to my room, considering Nathan is probably still there, at least.
Mm-hmm.
They both are. And Matthias is wrapping up a recital of a Nodist psalm. Something
What
of
are
the
you
sort.
doing?
Last rites.
Oh, gross. Okay. There's an anarch in our lobby.
Why?
She wants to offer us a spot in the movement if we hand over Malenkov.
Did you tell her to fuck off?
No. I'm not gonna do it, but I didn't tell her to fuck off.
That's my answer.
I told her that, no, to be told straight up, yeah, you'll have to sacrifice. I've already sacrificed more than enough and will continue to do so. There's nothing they could give me that would make me want a turncoat, so fuck no.
We are living in the literal heart, the jewel of the Camarilla. Do you know what that would do to us? You know how fucked we would be? I've already turned once, anyway.
No, you would have a real hard time in the movement, considering.
Didn't even know what I was getting into at the time. I
So,
can't.
I know the collective answer is no, but that means we need to be on guard until we get there.
I know. She
Because I
probably
can
didn't come
guarantee
alone.
she's not by herself. Matthias?
Yes.
How do you feel about the situation?
I feel as if it's really interesting how everyone in this town knows what we're doing at all times. But I also
Everyone
agree.
deals in information and people are nosy as fuck.
Yes. But I agree with both of you for once. Better the devil you know than the one you don't. At least the Camarilla hasn't actively tried to kill us.
Well,
Actively.
well, the Camarilla wants to enslave me, so it's one thing against them, but
Maybe there's something we can. I don't know.
I can guarantee you there's nothing I can give Jackson to exempt me from fucking whatever the fuck they want to do.
I'm sorry.
I still say asking him might be a viable option.
Just to have him laugh in my face? Yeah, I'll pass.
The devil you know.
There are devils everywhere, Matthias.
Yes.
There's 4 in this room.
And, you know, if you consider the room next to us, it's 5.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we have a 10 o'clock meeting. Where is our new guest?
She's up in the lobby.
Should we see if Jason's up yet? While we have time.
I will text Jason. I will ask him to have someone keep an eye on this person. Not to engage, but simply to let us know their whereabouts, especially within the hotel. Did you tell him not to touch anybody here?
The hotel is off limits.
Our whole domain should be.
I let them go outside, but anyone inside the hotel is off limits. And I told them to be gentle. And if not, gives me a reason to rip her to pieces, so.
Okay, well, I guess now's a good time as any to start moving.
So let's wrap him up, I guess.
Just weekend at Bernie's and let's go.
Yep.
I am very proud that you two know about that movie. I thought you would have been just outside of that age range. But you continue to surprise me every day.
Foster kids get into weird shit, man.
Again, should we... Oh, you already texted him, never mind.
As I've heard, as Matthias starts pulling, I will make sure we get you new sheets, Keller, and pulls the sheets and wraps them up.
Nathan, intelligence plus medicine.
So straight intelligence.
Yeah.
It's still higher than the rest of us.
2.
Who? Jason's not gonna be up from the blood that was given to her.
Oh, okay.
You're riding that high.
He is still riding the high even through the day and night.
Oh, well, actually, those are 2 starry boys, but whatever. Same answer.
Same answer.
Nope, he'll be out for a while, but let's get this. That means they're probably prepared. They probably knew what our answer was no. So I'm imagining we might have a little car chase issue again on the way to there.
Yeah.
Load my gun.
Right.
Matthias, we need to get you a gun.
You need to teach me how to use one. Direct violence has never been my strong suit.
Jason taught me. He's a good teacher.
Yes, he is. But I do have an idea. And Matthias will pull out his cell phone and text one of the people in his herd saying there is a lost lamb within the hotel that really needs to hear the word. Make sure that they hear it. Basically, I just want to send someone to her to bug the shit out of them while they're in the hotel.
Okay.
Out of that, wrap up Alkov.
You hear a whisper in your head that the clanless trash of the Regent will be gone from your castle.
The clanless trash of the Regent will be gone from our castle.
Clanless trash? The Anarch? No, they still have clans. I don't know what that could be referring to. Or is there anything you could roll for that?
Did Matthias say it out loud?
Yeah, that's him saying that thing.
Intelligence plus occult.
Okay. Nathan pays attention when Matthias starts spouting things like that.
I'll roll 2 just because Matthias might be smarter than Lamar. Not this time, though. Not this time.
I rolled for fun.
Yeah, Lamar and Matthias equally knows what that's about.
Not quite, Dana. Sorry.
It's all good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Clanless.
Best roll.
Clanless is Caitiff.
Ah.
They do not have a clan.
That's like the blood didn't take or something during their turning or something like that?
Something strange happened in the embrace.
Okay. The caitiff. A caitiff, then.
The fuck is that?
No clan. It's a clanless vampire.
So a full kindred, but they don't have innate disciplines. Is that what you're telling me?
Some weird shit happens with the blood during the turning, and sometimes.
So more than thin blood,
but not
still
quite.
Full kindred. They're full kindred, I'm assuming.
Yes, but they're not a they're not part of a clan. Like they don't inherit the powers of a clan. I don't know too. Oh, well, actually, with that much, I might know more. But
that's fucked up.
Yeah.
You think she's gone though?
But probably still here. But I don't want them in our domain. Period. Feeding anywhere near a hotel.
Well, they'll be watched at least. If anything, they'll at least learn something about the Lord. But
let's go.
Let's go.
For as long as it will last, as we're leaving the hotel, I'm gonna roll my shoulders back, pop some joints, and I'm going to activate prowess.
Okay.
Just in case. So.
As you make your way over to the lobby, you can see that your loyal and dutiful choir is making their way over to Mal Davis, and she's doing her best not to be annoyed, but you can see even the beast inside this caitiff is starting to stir through the frustration.
Careful not to... Sorry.
Until she is quite capable and quite old. For an anarch. And she stands up, takes in her frustration, activates a little breath, suck it down, makes their way outside, pushes them back, air spaced between them, begins walking away.
There's morality issues. Some of the things I do, I really should work on that.
Be careful not to endanger them too much.
Y'all have a hold on him. I'm gonna check the car real quick to make sure they didn't fuck with it while we were gone.
Good.
So I'm gonna do an overview of the car.
No need for a roll, they didn't. And I will give you this. No anarch. You with the amount of time that's passed, there isn't an anarch in the movement or a furrier inside the movement either who would act this close to the rack. You're in a relatively safe domain for how close you are to the Succubus Club and stuff like that. It would be safe to assume that Maldavis came alone just to give you an offer. Try something new. She probably talked down Anita and Genghis from Smash and Grab.
All right, put him in. Let's go.
Hop.
Trunk him.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Elias will sit in the back seat because that's where he always sits.
Okay. Begin
Why are you
journeying to the south side. Next and near the lake. Beginning over your journey until you eventually reach the Labog Woods. A large lake, when you get there, a large lake reflects the light of several battery-driven torches circling Chicago's assembled kindred. Every clan is represented, although many vampires neglect to show up to the potential. If the peace... blah blah blah... An eerie silence dominates the circle, with Jackson and the Ventrue silently watching them from the perimeter. You've never seen so many kindred gathered in this area before. Almost every kindred or lick or vampire in Chicago must be here, to the total of 90, in between 90 to 110 vampires. Independents, Camarilla, Anarchs. You see the notable faces, those gathering to their clans, those mingling throughout, and even the Nosferatu find themselves here in full force, revealing themselves, not using their powers of obfuscate. Looming above all of them, though, the Ventrue, Ballard, the Seneschal, Naomi Stewart, all open up a way for Prince Jackson to come forward in the middle of that circle. With Sierra, eyes glaring at His Majesty, and at Sierra, her expression unreadable, and as Jackson stepped forward, he says, "Brothers and sisters, please accept my sincere apology for taking up another one of your nights. I'm aware you're all busy, but I guarantee this trip in the woods will be worth it. Yesterday, my speech was interrupted by La Sombra with a very important message from her clan. A message that will potentially change our history. The clan of the night, longtime enemies, wish to join our ranks. Of course, my first response was dismissive. However, Prince turns to Sierra. Sierra came with a proposition that I found very interesting, perhaps even plausible. In fact, why don't our first-hand witnesses step forward and tell the city what Clan La Sombra offered?" Jackson looks to the fledgling coterie, our fledgling coterie, his hand open, asking you to step forward onto the stage for the offer that was presented, gesturing more to Keller than anybody else. If any of the kindred who have been loyal in Chicago would trust any La Sombra, it is the two who would be with them the longest.
Were we able to retrieve Malenkov out of the trunk before this?
Yep.
And he's gesturing for us to come up, right?
Yes.
Let's go up. I just
I
kind of.
will lead the coterie up, dragging Malenkov with me. Oh, it's less dragging and more actually holding him because I do have prowess activated.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And then I distribute him at the prince's feet. Every La Sombra who wishes access to the Camarilla must come with the head of an elder. Or was it head or state? My apologies, Quinn.
What must bring a staked Sabat elder?
Every La Sombra who wishes access to the Camarilla must bring a staked elder, as we have done, gesturing to Malenkov on the floor. And furthermore, must be blood-bound to a Ventru to gain access.
Whispers and murmurs echo throughout the 100 kindred who are here and gathered. Axon says, go on. Tell him what you did.
In order to be even having this conversation, we were tasked with hunting down the rogue delegate that did not arrive, staked and ready to be executed on this night. It's a sign of good faith. But there will still be a vote.
That's right. As Prince of the Crown Jewel, I'm not going to make this decision single-handedly. Unlike previous princes before me, and princes in our brotherly and sisterly cities, I'm no tyrant. Instead, every individual present tonight, fledgling, elder, neonate, and NCA, has a say. It's very simple. Do we accept the La Sombra and the potential murder of hundreds of our kind? Or do we extend the olive branch, take advantage of the new alliances? Whatever we decide will be consecrated with him. And he points a finger at Malenkov. Being burned. He is an example of what Clan La Sombra needs to purge from its ranks in order to join my domain. The silence breaks into loud talking and shouting back and forth. Some kindred are still opposed to the idea of the La Sombra joining, not only because they are Sabat, but because the idea of mass murder of a clan makes younger kindred balk. Indeed, you even see those who have higher humanity within them sort of scoff at the idea of potential genocide. And then, of course, the loudest are the Anarchs, the Bruja, who side with them, along with the Caitiff, and although they were not invited, maybe a thin blood or two. Abraham speaks quietly with multiple Tremere who find themselves there. The Nosferatu Pleasant seem to be making their way over to the Malkavians. Now you see how kindred democracy plays out before. Go. I appreciate it, all of you. No matter what happens, you did good. Allow me to speak with my clan. The prince turns around and gathers the Ventrue. The seneschal nods at you and says, "Well done, fledglings," and makes his way towards Ballard, who's not standing up from his chair, and Stuart makes their way along those lines as well, following the prince, along with Sierra. Damien will actually pull you aside real quick. Can I speak with you privately?
Talking to all of us or just one of us?
All of you.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
This is not okay. They can't be allowed in. You have to know that. You had to have seen. If you staked him, you had to have seen what he did, the carnage they caused. It's the same carnage when I first pulled Matthias here out of his hell house. That's all they are. That's all they do. I believe in nurture, not nature, Keller. You were with us, you were embraced with us, that's why you're like us. But the rest of them? Fuck that. No.
The argument of nature versus nurture is one that has been long debated. And I didn't go to school for very long, but I know well enough that even though we aren't alive anymore, that I think we can live long enough to go one way or the other despite past actions. So to damn an entire clan on that alone, when you can see the dichotomy between you right now, Sierra came and humbled herself before everything to ask for her clan's survival and access into the Camarilla, and her brother made a different choice.
He turns to Nathan. You're right, you may not have gone to school too long. I've read a lot. What about you?
Tensions are obviously high. People have passed with them. But as someone who's, I admittedly is young, obviously compared to the rest of all of you, our species, as Keller put it, one of the benefits of us as a species is our longevity and our ability to learn and change. I think they should be given a chance, and then I think Jackson's contingencies should be sufficient in case any rogues do appear.
Loden would never have put up with this shit.
Is that your previous prince?
It's Jackson's sire. And yeah. He was the previous prince. He's why this, and he holds up that long sword. That long sword so long ago that decapitated your sire, Matthias. This has been in Chicago for as long as there were tribes here. It's a symbol as much as the prince, being prince as it is anything here in Chicago. Charisma persuasion to all of you. If you would like to add teamwork into that.
Yeah.
I have the highest charisma persuasion.
Is that the person with the highest charisma roll?
Yep, go Matthias, go.
All right, Matthias, what do you say to Damien?
There's two things. The vote really here is whether it's going to be war or surrender. If you think there will not be bloodshed for either one, you're a fool. Also, you should not judge people based on the actions of a few. It's wrong. Always has been. I imagine it's been wrong when you was a child. I imagine it's wrong now. Sierra and Keller have proven to be better. So has Celia. For the 4 that we know, only one has gone bad. And even then, I was able to talk to him for a second. Put my foot in my mouth towards the end there, but I almost talked him down. These are not blind animals. These are just souls who wish to live.
Don't roll. I just need to check one thing real quick.
These are a very good thing for us or a very bad thing.
There's no in between. Yeah. I'm either getting a sword through the shoulder.
It's either really good because if you don't have to roll, that means there's no chance.
It could be. I get a shit ton of dice for this.
Damien lets out a vampiric roar in anger and begins almost charging away as Critias is about to go after him, along with Balthazar, oddly enough. He stops and actually Balthazar will stop Critias and say, "No need, Doc. Just let the boy blow off some steam." Be right. Can you blame him? No. Critias turns around. "Mr. Bishop, may I have a word in private?" "Fledglings?" He acknowledges and bows down to both of you. Balthazar sees both of you again, says, gives you both a nod. "Don't know what I ever did to you, kid."
A little tense.
Yeah. Balthazar just walks away at that. But over to Critias real quick first.
Good evening.
"You did very well, Mr. Bishop. You should be commended. If only you were embraced into our clan." "Regardless, democracy is in action. It is beautiful to see what it has evolved into, is it not?"
Yes, especially those of our kind.
"I remember when the first idea was thought up. It is a memory I shall cherish for eternity."
I can't imagine what it was like to be there.
It was chaotic, but free. However, democracy is action, is it not?
Yes.
I already know what my clan shall vote. They shall all vote in the negative, against the prince. And I shall respect it. They will push and lobby for the La Sombra to not be admitted into Chicago under the sway of the Camarilla. And as their representative, I must do everything in my power to assure that it is not. What's awareness?
Oh no.
No.
Wits. Oh, 6 dice here. Three.
He looks over your shoulder towards the gathering of the Toreadors. And who is with the Toreadors but her? The primogen of the Brujah continues. So, as the representative, I shall be calling upon my boon to you. Mr. Bishop, you will do everything in your power to make sure the Tremere vote also in the negative.
Very well.
I shall make my way over to the Clan of the Roses and let your herald know that I have done so.
Of course.
And he walks away.
Fuck. Nathan takes a breath. He looks for his fellow Tremere.
They're over there, speaking with Deuce-Sable. Of course, you see Mrs. Graves over there as well. You see Deuce-Sable speaking with a white elderly man as well. And then you see a young Korean woman over there in that vicinity also. The Korean woman you would know. She is known as Sun She, or Sun Shi. She is a loyal Wiccan of House Karna. But the Tremere are loyal towards one another, civil war and all.
Make my way over.
What is the rest of your coterie doing, real quick?
Matthias is simply trying to stay out of the way. He knows what his group is going to say, and every time he talks, something bad happens. So he's just going to stay where he was.
But you do see your sire and Bronwyn, a few other Malkavians that you have yet to meet, actually. It's all speaking with Sun.
Keller, would it be rude of me to ignore the people who can read my mind, or should I just go over there and admit that they can read my mind?
You should probably go over there. Will you be able to change anything? Probably not, but it would be uncouth.
Protect yourself.
Yeah.
Matthias would make his way over to the Malkavians, who were probably talking to the Nosferatu as well.
Mm-hmm. They are.
He will walk up to Alexa and announce himself once it's appropriate to do so in conversation.
You enter the conversation with Alexa and themselves saying, "We all saw it. We all know what it means. Sun, the city is going to fall without the shadows." And Sun's just saying, "Yes, I am aware. I am aware. I understand your wishes, but as your primogen, I must stand against it." Bronwyn pipes up and says, "Doesn't really sound like you have a say. We all outvote you. Right, but The permissions are gathering the votes of the clans, Sun says. So, I understand. I understand. I understand. And that's what you walk into.
I see the conversation is a bit more divided than I thought it would be.
We all saw it. Alexa says to you.
Yes. Yes, we did. How often do these things turn out to be a lie? I'm 6 months into this gift, and they've always veered me into a direction.
Sun will actually look up, smile a bit at the innocence of it all, and say to you, prophecy is only as good as its interpreter.
This is fair. And so I generally look to people who are smarter than myself, those with more experience than myself. And most of those people say that these people could be our salvation. Even within this very conversation, the numbers outweigh our feelings. And personally, I only know one Lasombra, and despite their edgy nature, they seem to be capable of following the Camarilla.
Right, your Keller has proven a valuable asset to His Majesty. Very, very valuable. Charisma persuasion.
And then add my awe. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's worse than I thought it was. 4.
You seem to have swayed the group of the oracles. And Sun just kind of brings his fingers to his forehead, even though he feels no pain in there. More out of habit or fear. And just gives a quick shake of his head in acknowledgement of the thing that he is going to do. It appears that Sun is going to say yes.
It's a good time to keep quiet and just keep his head down at this point, which is what he's going to do.
It's insight.
Yeah, god damn it. Still not bad at that. Okay. That's 4 plus insight, which is 3. 1, 2. It's an Anki boy, but no friends. 3.
3.
Yeah.
He's afraid. He is. What his actions will do based on fear is much like a prophecy up to its interpreter. But you seem to have the clan on your side, Matthias. Keller. Celia comes up to you, breaking away from the Tremere. And Dusable looks and it just lets Celia go towards you. She'll say, "Hey, what's up, dude?"
Hey, you.
Crazy.
Haven't seen you in a while.
I know. I've been locked up in prison by my warden warlock.
Wardlock.
Fuck, that's way better. Anyway, this bonding shit, huh?
Yeah, it's not great.
Do we get to pick, or are we just, like, assigned?
The hope would be that we get to pick, but that is not the reality. And I'm gonna be real honest with you, my dude. I don't even know if we're gonna get that choice.
Yo, Chica, I don't want to be bonded to Ballard.
Hell, fuck no. God, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You're right.
Is, Sierra Sama? Like...
You did not just fucking... At least call her Senpai, man. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Shadow Senpai?
Shadow Senpai. There should be an anime about that.
Dude, we are the anime.
Oh my god. We'll make millions. Except we can't appear on camera.
There's this great show called Akabe-chan. I just started watching over on Crunchyroll on the Roku app. It's great.
What is that?
It's all about like ACAB. And
fuck yeah.
Anyway, yeah. But anyway, that's besides the point. I don't know, like, I'm kind of... Look, Shadow Senpai is probably, like, she's probably bonded to the prince, huh?
Oh, no, for sure. It happened, like, yesterday. Yeah. She's committed. She did the thing already.
Got it. Alright. Kind of hoping for, Naomi. She seems nice.
Isn't she, like, older than the rest of them?
Oh yeah, you don't... I've heard about her. She's, like, the oldest one here. Aside from, like, Critias. She's, like, the oldest Ventru.
Oh, shit. Yeah, buddy, you being a baby, I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, you're older than me, but, I mean, I look older than you, so that counts, right?
I don't think it does, man. Or else
Yeah,
I
not
wouldn't...
for us.
I don't... or else don't think I'd be calling Damien sir.
You're only... And, like, physically, you're only, like, what, 3 years older than him at the most?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah. No, definitely. Anyway.
Also, I'm glad that you're actually here. It would be weird if you weren't, because you weren't there yesterday and you should have been. But I don't mean to get sentimental, but I don't know how much time we're gonna have after this, because I don't know what's gonna happen once this is over, no matter how it turns out. But
yeah, dude, what do we do if we're not allowed? Do we have to leave?
I mean, before this, you and I were the exception. I don't think that will change.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not. But I think we can plead our case hard enough. But what I was saying is that they're afraid of what we can do. And I know that the sheriff was mentioning that nature versus nurture bullshit. But you were pretty fuckity when we found you, and look at you now.
Yeah, well,
you can change.
Azeroth had a lot to do with that.
But I mean, you still changed. For the better, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I know you haven't been given much of a choice, what with the tower and everything, but... Welcome home, Liam. But, you should have fucking seen the shit that he did motioning to Malenkov on the stage. It was disgusting. The shit that they do over there. I know some of these kindred are fucking fucked about, causing clan and organization genocide, but people like that don't deserve to walk this earth. And I wish they could see that people who have lived through this terror are actively trying to do better for themselves, are turncoating just for fucking safety. And to go from to be able to remove the world of the absolute disdain that we had to deal with yesterday. Would be an absolute pleasure. And also, does it have to be all La Sombra? The Sabbat's more than La Sombra, right? They just said Sabbat elders. So it wouldn't be all of La Sombra, right? Or is it just La Sombra? What do you think?
I'm pretty sure it's also... I think it means Sabbat.
Like entirety?
Yeah.
Cool. So not just us, because that would just be detrimental to our fucking race or clan or what the fuck ever we are.
Yeah. I think that's kind of the point, though.
Right, but I mean, there have to be other clans in the Sabbat. It's not just La Sombra, right?
I've done a lot of reading, man. And yeah, it's... She meets...
There's a fucking Z in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Fuck if I know how to say that.
Okay. Bruja. Oof. They're rough over there, man.
They're a Bruja in the Sabbat?
I think they're primarily Bruja.
Oh. I thought the Anarchs were primarily Bruja.
I think they are too.
Fuck. Those Brujas are split.
Rebels.
You know what? Yeah, that makes perfect fucking sense. Don't mind me. But regardless of what the vote is, I guess we don't really have a say in it, I'm pretty sure. Hopefully you and I will be the exception, because I'm not fucking losing you to this.
Celia will grab you by the arm and start dragging you to the corner of the woods where there's nowhere with you. She'll just say, "Follow me real quick. I gotta tell you something."
Sure.
Bringing it back over to the dilemma of democracy. Mr. Bishop.
Yep.
You make your way over, and you see Critias leaving Brett Stryker at that point, giving him takes a little shock face. Critias begins making their way over. And Viking Daddy will actually pop and say, "Man, I cannot wait to see how you play this off, buddy." Whew.
Fucking piece of shit.
Everything all right, Mr. Bishop?
Oh god, which one is that one?
I was Critias.
Oh, okay. I was just talking. Who's like mental? Okay, I thought it was the Primogen.
No, it was Critias.
Okay. I was thinking.
With awareness.
I didn't realize he was still next to me. That was my bad. Two.
Okay. He just adds and says, "I just came to inform you that Mr. Stryker is aware that the boon has been called in.
Of course.
May you learn to play democracy a bit better, Mr. Bishop. I hope the lesson is valuable." And he walks away to his clan, the Philosopher Kings.
I look around. Has Keller already walked off, I assume?
Yes, Celia has already dragged him off to a private area.
And now I take a deep, breath, and then I approach the Tremere.
Alright. Dusable is in deep conversation with his clan, specifically with that older gentleman. Says, "They have proven themselves to be quite valuable. It is true. But I have not ordered Chicago to let those slip past our defenses so easily. It will bring nothing but chaos. Mr. What's his name? Mr. Feinberg." "No, quite right," he says. "Well, perhaps we shall... Oh, this must be your newest apprentice, Regent." "Indeed it is. Mr. Bishop, this is Dr. Edgar Feinberg,
Hello, good evening.
A pleasure to meet you. I was told by the regent here that I was to make my introductions to you. We are going to be working quite together, despite how tonight plays out. If you do not mind meeting me in the coming nights.
Very well. May I inquire to what we will be working together on?
Yes. Well, my aptitude for our thaumaturgy, our little science, is more medicinal, and I actually study the vitae of kindred itself.
Fascinating.
It is something that I am interested when it comes to you. After the report from Miss Graves.
I see.
Don't worry.
What were the and what were in those preliminary reports?
Graves will pitch up at that point and say, "It was only really, it was in everybody's best interest in the chantry. We all agreed. Mr. Bishop."
Very well.
Now, let us all gather round. Sun Shi? And Sun Shi will speak up. I believe we should vote in the affirmative. Why shouldn't we allow new people to gather strength in the Camarilla? Let our chantry delve into the more occult and mystical aspects. And let them go on to the front lines. We were never meant to be warriors, Regent. Perhaps. Perhaps. Perhaps the youngest among us would like to add his 2 cents in. Viking Daddy will speak up and say, "There's a way you could play this, play it right." And he, just so you remember, Portia did tell you, if you failed, go to her.
Right. I'm just trying to think what to say now because I'm all fucked up.
Take your time.
I think letting every single wayward Lasombra into the city could set a dangerous precedent. But then there are those who have proven their loyalty, such as my coterie mate and our newest little chantry member that's been doing a lot of reading locked in their room. I think letting in the Lasombra equally as a whole is dangerous. But those who've proven their loyalty should be allowed to stay, such as Keller. And though I have faith in Jackson's contingency plans, I saw the other night what they are capable of. Their almost deep, unnatural hatred for the Masquerade is dangerous for all of us.
Feinberg will pop up and say, "Mrs. Van Buris seems to have an ample understanding and respect for it, though. It is quite impressive, actually."
Yes, but it just takes one idiot. Like, I look over at the Malikov staked over there on a power trip to make a big mess. That will take months to clean up.
Very true.
Don't get me wrong, I'm sure she's very capable of keeping her clan in check. But will the adjustment, and I believe fully that those, especially those of our the gifted with the Vitae can learn over time. It's something that all kindred can have benefit from, the very nature. We are enlightened. We learn over time. But my concern is the immediate risk that they could bring into the city before they've had time to adapt to the ways of the Camarilla. Let them prove themselves. But first, I don't think allowing them all in at the same time is wise.
Graves and Sunchi actually look and say, we agree with that sentiment, actually. Let the Sombra who have proven themselves stay, Graves will add. And Sunchi will say, and those who need to prove themselves loyal shall be bonded. Seems our clan is split.
Come on, someone vote yes, goddammit.
Charisma persuasion.
Alright. I kind of want to roll the fuck up here. Alright. I have 3 dice, so let's do this. Oh, one's gotta be red. 1.
Then it is decided. Elders such as Mr. Feinberg and myself vote in the negative. Wits awareness.
Four.
You notice your Primogen, as he's leaning on his cane, tug forward in a direction a little bit.
I
Kind of looks around and, forgive me. I must be alone in solitude with my thoughts for a bit. I bid you all a good evening. I will return with the vote. What's awareness again?
4 again.
4 again. You know that pull. You know that feel. Summoning.
Like I'm being summoned?
No. Your Primogen was.
I'm going to look over at the Toreadors.
Portia is not there. You see Annabelle. You see Brett. You see Arzuli, but no Portia.
Interesting.
Going back over to Keller. One quick second. Celia finds a secluded spot in the woods. The murmur of whispers being said between the crunching of leaves and dead branches. You're not alone in here. There are 100 kindred here, so it's hard to be. And Celia will look to you and say, remember that old Jewish guy I told you about?
Guy from the train?
Yeah.
What about him?
He's one of us, Keller.
What?
Yeah.
How did you figure that out?
I went looking for him. Dusable kind of gives me, like, what are they called? Like, shore leave every now and then. Between the Ducheski mansion and here, like, you know, running errands, I slip out and I just kind of, do shit. And
As you should, because fuck that noise.
Yeah, well, he knows, and he just kind of fucking ignores it, I think. But anyway. Like I I said, he's one of us, and we don't have to be Sabat, we don't have to be Anarch, we don't have to be Camarilla, we could just find this guy. And he's a little weird, kind of creepy, but, you know, we don't have to leave Chicago. I don't know, food for thought, that's all.
How did you figure that out? Did he just tell you when you saw him, or?
I went on the subway. Same one that he goes on. Found him, sat down next to him, and we talked, and he's at the Dearborn Synagogue.
And what do you mean he's one of us? Like he's one of us?
Yeah. Shadows. Shadow Senpai.
We only have one of those.
Fair.
For now.
Shadow Rabbi?
Interesting. That is, as much as that is a tempting idea, he probably gets away with it by being by himself. I don't think we could all manage that at once, even if we were separate. There's too many kindred in the city. Look how many are here. And this isn't even all of us.
I think this is the biggest Camarilla domain in North America, man.
The Jewel of the Camarilla. Which is why I guess Van Buren came here to begin with. Because if you're gonna fucking make a plea for mercy, it would be here.
Yeah. Boys run off to Seattle.
Who told you that?
Why not?
I can tell you this right now. Celia. God, you gave them both S names.
I didn't.
I can tell you from firsthand experience that Seattle's a shithole. And that's just for mortals.
We're gonna find out one way or another, I guess, and time's ticking. Keller and Matthias, did you want to attempt to see what a client is doing at this moment before we begin deliberations? Tallies?
The only clan that Keller would want to talk to is the only person they would want to talk to is Annabelle, but Keller probably knows what they're going to say. But if there is an opening and Annabelle frees herself, then Keller will try to get her attention. But that's the only other person she wants to talk to.
Matthias would like to at least introduce himself to Nosferatu, as this is the first time they've revealed themselves.
Okay.
Nathan would like to find Keller at some point after that.
You can probably catch Keller once Celia and Keller come out of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go to Matthias real quick first. You see the Nosferatu. One with long dark hair, bald in the front, sort of dripping down all the way to their back, wearing a leather jacket. The other wearing a pair of sunglasses with teeth sprouting upwards from their lower jaw. You see the Primogen, who you've met before, in his sort of, Prohibition-style gangster outfit. Khaled. And then, yeah, they find themselves there. And, you don't find your Nosferatu. Khaled looks to you and he says, "Ah, how's it going, kid?"
Hello, good to see you again, good sir. Nice to meet all of you. I came to introduce myself, as it seems as this is the first time many of you have revealed your true essence to the rest of us, and I've not actually come across your clan very often.
They all kind of laugh. "Don't find us, we find you."
Fair enough. I must say, as one of the more popular coteries at this current point, my curiosity got the best of me. I was wondering what you guys were thinking. Do you know what you're going to vote?
Curiosity killed the cat, my friend. Charisma persuasion.
1, 2, 3 plus 4 plus 1. Oh yeah, they like me. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9. I don't know, boys. What do you say? I think we're in the affirmative, kid. We need all the help we get. Do any of us look like heavy hitters to you, despite what you might hear?
I don't know. Some of you would probably knock me out in a good punch.
The guy with the sunglasses speaks up and says, "Yeah, it kind of makes my fucking dick hard just thinking about knocking you out, you piece of shit." By the way, well, I am aware of your domain, that sunglasses Nosferatu says. If you don't mind, while you're here, I'd like to present myself for it. I'm tracking someone over in that area.
Oh, you know.
He happened to heard something very close to me. Shot up a window with a rifle.
Do you know who this person is by any chance?
Know the face, don't know the name. And I've seen him coming in and out of your hotel. I think he's just a guest.
Fair enough. Well, I must say that within our domain, the hotel is off limits to anybody, despite who I give permission to.
It's all good. I'll fuck him up and wait outside.
It is not a decision I shall make lightly.
Of course. Khalid will pop up and he'll say, tipping his hat, his fedora, "Speak to your coterie about it. It does belong to everybody, at least. We'll talk about it at a later night. Crook here is just so heartbroken about it. You must understand and forgive his crudeness."
I assume as much. But yes, I shall think about your request. Until then, gentlemen, I appreciate the conversation, and I am very happy of your decision. If you ever need me, feel free to reach out. Until then, have a good day.
You as well, my friend.
Let's head out knowing that Jason's in trouble. In trouble.
You all did this to yourselves.
We did not! Fuck you!
Keller. You see an opportunity to speak with Annabelle as she is only talking to Brett right now. They're having a rather important conversation about Brett's more worried than anything. Annabelle's trying to calm him. But she also sees she's being very Swiss about the whole thing. She's adding in things like, I don't know, maybe we should let him in. Why not? But then again, I do see the point of view. They are so barbaric. Ah, my dear Shari. Gives you a European hello. How are you doing this night? It must be so stressful for you. But excellent job bringing in that beast, Malenkov.
It was absolutely disgusting. And I am glad that at least that is over.
My dear, how small this night might seem to you. I do worry about it. I worry about your future. I worry about losing you.
It does feel like that if this doesn't come to pass, that Celia and I's welcome will be worn out despite our already given status within the Camarilla.
We shall see. You shall be safe. I will guarantee that. The other one, unfortunately, is out of my reach.
I mean, I haven't lived for hundreds of years. I haven't seen war and the bloodshed and the aftermath, but and maybe I'm biased. I don't know. I don't know other La Sombra from God. But knowing what I can do. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Brett will speak up at that point and say, there are those of us who do wish to welcome you into the clan, Killer. One being Portia thinks you would be good for the tower. I am sorry. Portia.
Oh, Portia. Okay, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, maybe I'm biased, but I think it would be a good idea.
Oh dear, you're only defending yourself.
There's that. But I mean, whatever happens, whatever decision is made, the Sabbat themselves will react to this. And it will be terrible.
Shari.
Why not have the extra weight of soldiers and fighters and warriors to defend you?
You make an excellent point, Shari.
It's not just us. It's not just kindred versus kindred. There are other things out there.
Are there now?
Yeah. Like, werewolves apparently exist, though I have yet to see one.
Pray that you never do, my love.
I've never enjoyed the smell of wet dog, so no thank you. And there have to be other things that are worth fighting against than each other.
We shall see, my dear. We shall see.
But I'll let you get back to your conversation, I think, and I look over my shoulder at probably Nathan, who's looking for me.
Yep.
At this point. I think Alex wants to talk, so.
Matthias as well, probably. Okay.
Boys, I say as I walk over.
Can we get away from the crowd a little?
As much as you can with a bunch of, 100 kindred here.
Yeah, what's awareness?
Oh, I don't have to roll red die.
Difficulty 4.
I didn't make it. I only got 2.
I'm rolling 7 dice. This should
I
go
got
well.
3.
Wow. 7 dice, Matthias rolled 2.
You know,
Suck.
I'll use a willpower.
Okay.
That gave me 4.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to find a secluded place with the 4 successes. Free from wandering ears.
Killer.
Alex.
Curtius called in his boon.
Yeah?
He required me to convince my clan to vote in the negative. But I played the game, and I convinced the Tremere to, at the very minimum, because I still don't know how it will go, to allow those who have proven themselves safety within the city and inclusion in the Camarilla. But I thought I should tell you myself.
Part of me wants to chuck you through a tree.
I wouldn't.
The other part realizes that it's our own damn fault.
I would accept that if that. I don't know how that makes you feel.
You probably don't want me to do that right now. I'm a little juiced up.
Yeah, that probably would be bad.
Well,
Especially with how injured you are.
with
Better.
one set of bad news, I do have some good news. And it does seem as if hell has installed air conditioning. Son may vote in the affirmative.
So what do we know tally wise from what we've heard?
I have 2 possible yeses.
It sounds like the Venture will be voting yes, so can we assume that?
I would not assume anything.
So the Bruja I know are a firm no, hence is Curtius's boon. And
From
then
what I could overhear of the Toreadors, at least Brett and Annabelle were talking about how they were torn, so I could not get a read on them one way or the other.
so they're up in the air, and I think the Tremere are going to vote no, but I'm not sure.
Annabelle cares more about me as an individual than the clan itself, so.
And I did, like I said, I did my best to make sure that you and your sister were at least safe. I'm sorry, Keller.
Again, I'm pissed off. I've been pissed off for the last 2 days. But what good would it do to fucking chuck you through a tree? It's not your fault. I asked you to do that. It was my idea.
So, if we can hope the Venture vote yes, then we need at least the Toreadors to vote yes.
I don't think they will. You didn't see Annabelle's face when Sierra said what she did. She was so upset. And then did you talk to the were you talking to the Nosses, Matthias?
Yes, actually. They seem to like the idea, so they will be voting for the yes. But also, I did get to meet our good friend Crooks. Crooks.
Oh.
Unfortunately, they recognize our dear Jason and has asked for permission into our domain. I have delayed the answer.
We'll have to talk about that on another night.
I figured it'd be too much for this
I would
one
at
night.
least tell him to assuage him that we need to deal with our Anarch guest first before letting anybody else into our domain. At least to give us more time.
Right now, I just needed to buy some time. Any answer would have raised bigger suspicion than I already have. But
so We've got 2 confirmed no's, essentially, possibly 3. The Nos are a yes. The Malkavians, from the sounds that by some miracle of Cain or Lilith, are a yes. The Ventrue are up in the air, but I think Jackson's going to persuade them to have a yes vote.
You put a lot of faith in him. He's one man.
I know. I can't. There's so much up in the air.
And going back to the Malkavians, I'm assuming you guys voted.
It is a collective vote.
And Jason could pull some bullshit, though.
But also, keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
It's so stupid.
I can tell you this, that Alexa and Bronwyn and anyone who has a certain interpretation of the prophecy sees this as a great opportunity.
Matthias, maybe you can convince Annabelle from an outside point of view. Obviously, they're not going to listen to Keller because they are La Sombra. It's worth a shot.
At this time, you do see the votes being tallied up. It is time. You do not.
Shit.
That'd be a little too late. But hell.
I don't know if Matthias would have been able to help.
I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm not actually well liked.
But even though, do you think because Portia is an independent that she'll get her own vote?
I don't know. I don't.
Because
I doubt
Brett
it.
said
It's a
because Brett
Camarilla
said
vote.
that
Have you
Portia is
seen
going to
Portia?
vote in the affirmative.
I mean, Portia, while independent, has a massive sway over the Toreadors.
Also, and Nathan saw Portia earlier, just not when he looked later, right?
Yep.
She was here. Yeah.
She was here, and
came
you
together.
also noticed your Primogen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was about
with
to say.
her. Yeah.
You know that thing that happens sometimes when I have to go meet her? Like, I have to go meet her?
When she uses magic on you, yeah.
I think she was doing it to my Primogen earlier. The way he twitched. And they do meet on occasion at the Chantry.
Well, she is your sire.
Yes, but they do have regular meetings. Even Duchesky said before I was around.
Huh. Interesting.
But shall we rejoin the group?
Fine.
If it makes you feel better, Keller, I think at least you will be allowed entry.
Matthias, you probably already know this. But regardless of the outcome, I don't win.
That was never an option, Keller.
So nothing about this night will make me feel better.
Maybe they'll let you cut off the head.
I think they're gonna set him on fire.
I'd rather not be anywhere near him, to be honest.
Also, that was an apropos time to relight my candle.
Praise Lilith!
Well done, Bahari.
Where is Erzuli?
Where is Erzuli? Yeah. What? They're a Bruja, aren't they?
Bahari?
No, yeah, the Erzul or whatever.
Erzuli is Toreador.
Oh, okay, cool.
The votes begin their tally.
Let's go up.
The Ventrue, of course, gather upon their presentory stage. Ballard, revealing himself as Jackson steps to the side, overlooking the kindred and all vampires that fall within the domain of Chicago. He says, "Gather round. Votes have been cast. Time is now. Let's do it." Ballard, Clan Ventrue votes yes. You look over and you see Khadija, the ambassador and Primogen of the Banu Hakim. She says, the Banu Hakim vote no. Clan Nosferatu, as Cedric Calhoun stands for them. We say yes, bearing in mind all that we could learn from what they stand at our side. A Latina woman steps forward afterwards, looks over to a Native American Indian man, nods. Clan Gangrel votes yes. Then it is time for Clan Malkavian. Jason looks at the tallies in his hand, looks to his clan, and shrieks, "No! Never! We will never allow the We will never allow the Sombra into this clan. Never!" The rest of your clanmates look shocked and angry. Critias, the ancient Athenian sophist, who was there when the father of democracy was presented in Athens. Clan Bruja vote no. You can all gather why. They Anarchs do not wish to see the Camarilla strengthen. The ministry steps forward, and a man in a heavy Ethiopian accent. As a traditionally non-Camarilla clan, we do not feel we should be responsible for deciding in this vote. And he steps backwards. As the ministry, the clan of Set, said their piece. Toreador meet afterwards. Annabelle stepping forward. The Roses vote yes. And we also approve the burning alive of one of our kind, no matter how monstrous he may be. Can't we just cut off his head instead? They all laugh a little bit. Portia chuckles, staring at the Primogen of Clan Tremere. He looks over. He looks off to the side. Looks at the tallies. And then back at Portia one last time. Clan Tremere votes yes, Dusable says. Jackson looks over. Then it's decided. An excited, terrifying rush runs through the veins of Kindred present, as they realize they will now share the city with the La Sombra. Prince Jackson takes a few steps towards Malenkov and checks his bindings to ensure that they're secure, and presents Sierra to step forward in front. She diligently and dutifully follows the commands of her new prince and asks her to remove the stake, and she does so. As Malenkov is removed and given that final breath back,
Do you note what you have done? You have allowed mass genocide of your own kind. Do you seriously think that you will be safe? Have you learned nothing from previous revolts and wars with us? I don't give a shit if I die. What I care about is the future of the Sabbat and my clan fleeing from their problems to the enemy line. Fuck you, fuck the Amici Nocti, fuck Tally, and fuck this ridiculous plan. I hope the Umbra of guilt eats you up from the inside and wrests you from your miserable undead existence. I hope the shadows themselves consume you and bring fear into every single one of your hearts. May your tower fall, your fucking majesty.
And he spits blood at Jackson's feet. Jackson just kicks it off. Well. Alright then. Damien steps forward, bringing the long sword of Lodin up towards Malenkov and on the stage. Jackson presents the sheathed long sword to Sierra. Normally he would do this, but entry is entry. Sierra looks at the longsword and with a fell swoop breaks the chatter and silence that is looming over this gathering. You hear that shh, and she presents the heft of the blade, the tip resting on Malenkov's collarbone. She looks to her brother, shakes her head. You did this to yourself, Mal. I die free, traitor. And with one fell swoop, she lifts the longsword up, and a clean cut through Malenkov. The neck slides off, and the head falls to the floor. Kindred fangs are laid bare. Hisses and roars echo throughout this gathering. The Sabbat Elder is dead, and both Camarilla and Anarch are pleased by that. Sierra looks down, not removing her sight from her dead brother. The prince lays a hand on her shoulder and takes the sword from her and turns to face the other kindred. He lowers his head to her left ear and whispers loud enough for the most silent of vampires to hear. Welcome to the Camarilla, Miss Van Buris. She nods her head. Thank you for coming tonight, kindred. What a night we have in our future. And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Sign, you motherfucker! I knew it!
I knew it, yeah.
knew
You
it.
would actually vote yes. Why would you think that?
Matthias has hope in people. I don't know what you want.
Nathan was so pissed at Curdy. That's pure spite. I'm glad they fucking got voted in.
Thanks, Mommy.
Thanks, Mom! Will this come back to fuck Nathan at some time? Oh, I'm sure. But
We're all gonna get fucked. It's fine.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I got
easy.
my boon paid off relatively easy though. Let's be honest. I'll take it.
Hello, everybody.
Time to dethrone Son. Fuck that. It's time to dethrone that motherfucker.
Primogen Matthias, let's go.
No. No.
They probably should be Bronwyn.
It should be anyone but Matthias.
Disloyalty spreading in the ranks of Clan Malkavian.
Oh, they're pissed.
A newly embraced clan into the Camarilla. And of course, what the fuck is happening with the Tremere? Find out next week at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Chicago by Night.
Can we just keep going?
I got another hour in me. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Dana doesn't sleep anyway. Let's go.
True. I don't.
Fair.
But that's a really good story beat, though.
It was.
I knew it was a good story beat, but on my heart is like.
But also, we normally play till like for another hour. I'm just saying.
I know it was just there was more, but I was like, this is a good place to end it, actually.
That's a good
Okay.
All right.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, that was so
you,
good. That was
Son.
so good, though. That was such a good game. I
Yeah.
loved it.
Thank you everybody for joining us for tonight for vampire politics and shit. I've been your
Shit.
storyteller. Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
I've been your storyteller, Quinn Sullivan, and let's go around the horn, and these people can all say what they're doing and what they're doing and going throughout the week as I find somebody to write. So we'll go bottom up this time. We'll start with Vaughn.
Hi everyone, I am Vaughn, also known as Vonathan, or the Tired Warlock here in the chat. You can find me here every Monday on Soulbear RPG playing Vampire the Masquerade with all these lovely people, and now every other Thursday over at Dumpstat Charisma, you can find me playing my new Night Sister character, or you can find me playing with Dana most of the time. Other than that, that's pretty much all I do.
All right. And then going over to Dana.
Hey everybody, I'm Dana. I'm Dana Lee B on the internet. You can find me here every Monday playing with these dorks, playing sad, bitey bite crimes. And you can catch me every Tuesday on So Meta Games, either playing Star Trek Adventures, which is tomorrow, or Call of Cthulhu, which is next Tuesday will be our finale episode as we all go insane. And normally I would be on Dumpstat Charisma this Thursday, but my friend is having a bad week and it's her birthday, so I'm going to take the week and just hang out with her because fuck life right now. And then Friday, catch me on Gehenna Gaming for more vampire goodness as we continue our Dark Ages Chronicle, where we're going to manufacture a plague.
So good. So good. I'm so proud of you.
Everybody's on board. I told them today, and we're like,
I know.
we all have relevant dots. Let's do this.
And then going over to Lamar.
Top of the morning to you, lads and lasses. My name is Lamar the Con Guy. That's Lemar the Con Guy. Find me on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, all under Lamar the Con Guy. I am here every Monday playing Matthias, the most depressed preacher on earth. And that's it. Podcast, Nerdy Point of View. In the most extreme ranking challenge, there's a new episode where we rank our top and bottom Star Wars characters. I play video games on my own Twitch channel. I won't be playing a lot this week because I'm doing stuff.
How dare you?
Why do
That's
that?
cool. Yeah,
I'm an extrovert, guys. This lady has been tough on me, okay? Okay.
Spread your extrovert wings, my friend.
I have to fly. I have to fly.
Goodbye forever. I'll enjoy only seeing you once a week.
Yeah, bye guys, by the way. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll miss you.
I can't believe you're I was like, hey, I'm gonna be in San Diego. I was like, I'm gonna be in LA, fucker.
That's you, sir. No one told you to do things to make you go to Los Angeles all of a sudden this week. No one told you to do that. That's on you. You rolled
Very
that
true.
20.
I did.
You rolled that 20 and succeeded. I don't know what to tell you.
I very much did. Let's get out of here before I get in trouble. All right. So, we'll see you next week, guys. We're going to go over and raid Gambit. I may continue Resident Evil Village on Wednesday. This is a great fucking game. I am in the castle, so come watch me fight tall lady vampire lady. Because she's the queen of Twitch right now.
Get that Samiche shit.
Yep, so that will be at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on this channel. for Resident Evil Village. And like I said, we're going to go over and raid Gambit, who is reading Von Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. He's going through it right now. That's out. It's one of my favorite settings, and I can't wait to eventually get there. So yeah, guys, we will see you next week. And until then, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I forgot to say the time. Peace out, Girl Scouts. See you then.